that plus the knowledge of having me understanding how a race works, where I never had somebody explaining that to me. I wasn't from a racing family. So yeah, they have their advantages, but you've still got to want to listen and want to do it. And I must say that they're always coming to me for feedback and you know, asking questions, which is great. I love working on things with them, talking about things, and then seeing them trying to take that forward that day, and I can just see them what they're doing. So it's great that people wouldn't know what they're doing. I can see, because we've been chatting about on you know, in the morning or the night before or whatever. So I just find that very, very rewarding, and you know, they as I say, they both got their own individual styles, but they work on it, and you know, they've got a lot to learn still.
Look, he does a lot of work with all these horses. He's a big part of the team. So it's great that the horses are running well, and he's really enjoying it. He knows his horses off by heart, and look, he gives me advice all the time. So he's a big part of my career, and I wouldn't be doing it as good as I am if it wasn't for him.
I must say, both of them, when they both started riding work, Jaden obviously first, it's very nerve-wracking, putting them on horses that you know they're probably not going to manage, but they've got to learn somehow. And it's just, you know, 500, 600 kilo horse just bolting flat out with them, and you know, and you just got to hope they get off it in one piece and learn and build. You know, you try and protect them all the time, and it's pretty tough. I'm probably, being the father, I don't know if I was the right person to do it, because I was always trying to hold them back to try and not get them hurt and lose confidence. But that was, I will always remember thinking in the beginning, I just can't wait for one day where they just get on a horse and I know they'll be okay unless something out of the ordinary happens. And that's where I am now. They both work with me in the mornings, and they're both very capable riders now. So yeah, it's more relaxing now in the mornings.
Oh, it is wonderful. You know, they're very lucky boys to have him, and you know, I'm sure there's a lot of apprentices out there would have loved his guidance. But in saying that, the young boys are good on their own right, and they've got to stand up in their own right as well as riders. Look, it's wonderful, you know, not only just for the horse's sake. He's a really nice person to have around. We enjoy him in the mornings. He has a laugh, and obviously he's been great for the horses. You know, the team seems to gel really well, and his knowledge is incredible. I'm very, very lucky, and you know, I can't thank him enough. And obviously, behind the scenes, his wife Nicola, she's been obviously marvellous to these boys, and she's probably the guidance behind a lot of them.
Well, I thought that when you retired I'd be sipping cocktails on an island somewhere, but he seems to be working harder now than ever. So he goes, I mean, when he was riding, he only used to work 2 mornings a week. Now he goes to work 6 mornings a week, and you know, spends all day on the computer, looking at form, looking at reruns, watching trials, making calls. So yeah, definitely working a lot harder now. So I don't see us being able to go around the world too soon. I mean, it's a full-on team effort, to put it that way. And you know, even the boys with each other, you know, they're always helping each other. They're always behind each other. They're each other's greatest support as well. So no, it is, of course, as a family, it's lovely that we can all do it together and enjoy the highs and be there for the lows, because there's a lot more lows in racing than there are highs. So
It was very good timing that my career sort of came to the end when theirs was starting. I was very fortunate to be able to ride for that long, and straight from riding went straight into business, so no time to relax, which suits me fine, you know. And doing the transition over to them, I find it very challenging. We've got 2 boys that are both very competitive with each other and with their peers. Yeah, it's a full-time job, but obviously every winner I get more pleasure out of watching them win than I ever had winning myself. So very satisfying to be able to do this. Look, it's just rewarding, you know. You have your challenges all the time, and you're always going to have your differences where I might have an opinion where they might not agree with, and that's great. And we chat about it. So it's always the ups and the downs and discussing things. But in the whole picture, I'm very lucky to to have two boys that want to do what I did with the same passion that I had. I didn't force them into it; they wanted to do it. So yeah, you couldn't ask for anything more really.
After every meeting, calls me and Jaden over and discusses our rides. And when he thinks we're making mistakes, like just yesterday morning, he pulled us aside, made us watch McDonald. He had a very good day, 4 winners, and you just get a picture in your head of what the best jockeys are doing, and you try replicate that in the race. So no, he's a very big help to both Jaden and I.
Yeah, I must say we're very lucky. Jeff gets a lot of calls from a lot of trainers and owners, just to, even if the boys haven't won, for them just to say, congratulations, they speak so well, they're so polite. And for me as a mother, that's very important. As I said, my grandmother came from a racing background. My grandfather was a champion jockey in South Africa, and those type of things have always been important to us. Manners, teaching them the right thing. They went to a good school. I always wanted them to be well spoken and that. So I always said to Jeff that for me those things are very important. He can sort out the racing side, but for me the way they speak and the way they behave comes first, because that's what it's all about in life, isn't it? You want to do the right thing.